The Russian fighter bomber was shot down at 6,000 feet. A Turkish TV crew filmed as it fell, perfectly positioned, it seems, to ensure that the world got the message. Turkey will not accept violations of its airspace. The pilots ejected and opened their parachutes over the mountains that divide Turkey from Syria. Rebel fighters filmed where it fell on the other side of the mountain, 4 kilometers inside Syria. Ethnic Turkmen rebels who are close to the Turkish government celebrated, one brandishing a piece of one of the parachutes.
The pilots were retrieved dead. Our fighters will bring the bodies here. Our comrades opened fire into the air, as did we all. The pilots died in the air.
Amateur video shows what appear to be fighters around the body of a pilot. The fate of the other remains unknown. Turkey has released this map of the incident. It shows radar tracking of what may be 2 Russian Sukhoi 24s crossing Turkish airspace east to west, and a Turkish aircraft, possibly their F-16, which shot down the Russian jet.
A day where you have
President Putin was meeting the King of Jordan today. The Russians deny that their fighter jets violated Turkish airspace on their mission to bomb Turkmen rebels inside Syria.
Our military is pursuing a heroic battle against terrorism without a thought for themselves or their lives. But today's loss is a stab in the back by the terrorists' accomplices.
The Turkish president and prime minister met in Ankara. They're angry not just about border violations, but about Russia's bombing of the Syrian Turkmens.
We know the reason behind the attacks on Syrian Turkmen carried out by Assad's regime and countries who support him. These are attacks in a region where Islamic State is scarcely present, and they are designed to help Assad's regime survive.
This afternoon, Russian helicopters were searching for their pilots, as Syrian rebels filmed. Russia's air campaign is in support of the Syrian government. They attack the groups posing the greatest threat to Bashar al-Assad far more than they attack the Islamic State. The rebels used an American-made Tau surface-to-surface missile to shoot one of the Russian helicopters which had landed. They see a score against Russia as a score against the Syrian regime.
Allahu Akbar.
Today, fighting between rebels supported by Turkey and the Syrian government backed by Russia continued in the same area. Turkey and Russia are both meant to be fighting Islamic State, but both have other priorities. The Turks care more about defeating Bashar al-Assad, the Russians about protecting him. Which is why today 2 pilots were shot down as Russia and Turkey faced off against each other, and the Islamic State continued its barbarous rule elsewhere in Syria, undisturbed.